Hello everyone. You know, I learned a long time ago, it's always best to be yourself. And I recorded some videos and some costumes which I'm not going to change, I'm going to keep because they're still funny. Please check them out. But this is about a video I just saw, Monique in her stand-up with Cat Williams talking about Oprah Winfrey's and a few others. So here's the reality of all this, okay? They are mad because they are unwilling to do what's necessary, like Oprah Winfrey's and that gay ass Tyler Perry and others, to reach the heights that they have reached. Now understand this, people, all right? In the white slave mentality mind, okay, for those who have that mind, who are famous and rich, there has always been, and even back in the South, when the plantation, there has always been in the house a certain type of plant that most people don't even realize has existed for a very long time. And what that is a house-nigger-plant, right? What they did is they took a nigger out the field and they planted that nigger in the house. That is a house-nigger-plant, okay? And in the house-nigger-plant, like any plant in a house, you have some for display, right? You have some that fill a spot, and you have some that not really quite on major display, but yet not over in a corner looking nice, but just to fill a spot, okay? And so the types of house niggas that you have, the house plant niggas that you have, right, are people like Will Smith, Chris Rock, Oprah Winfrey, that gay ass Tyler Perry. And then you have your minor ones. Now Chris Rock, understand, Chris Rock is not a major house plant where you put it out to be admired, right, for everybody who comes in the house and for yourself. But he's not one like Monique and Cat Williams, who are off in the corner looking pretty, but mainly filling a spot, okay? That's that type of house nigga plant. Chris Rock is somewhere in the middle. So he's on display, but not major display, right? Because what you got to think about, and like Cat said, it's all about what you're willing to do to get that. You got to keep that virgin whole, was what he talked about, right? And so that's why they're a minor house nigger plant. They're just too stupid to know it, or, like Monique said, too disingenuous to admit it. All right? And this is why they're minor house nigger plants. So now understand this. You will never become a house nigger plant at any level, whether you're a house nigger plant in a corner looking pretty but just filling a spot, or a house nigger plant that's somewhat on display but not on major display, or one that's like in the window getting sunshine all the time, right? Which would be people like Oprah Winfrey's and that gay ass Tyler Perry and others, and Will Smith and so on. Okay, so now they're upset because when people like Oprah and others do them wrong, what they're mad about is that people like Oprah, what they're doing, it doesn't matter what race you are, when powerful people or people with any kind of power over you do this, things like what Oprah did to Monique to get her upset, that's to tell them their position and who they are. That's what that's about, right? And it's nothing less than the whole madness, the racial lie we got going on, that was fostered by the house nigger plant, the racist Reverend Martin Luther King. He was just a house nigger plant by the Democrats, by that plantation mind. Because I have a dream that this nation will live up to its creed. It was never the nation that was racist, not ever. It was the South, and even then, they oppressed whites just as much as they oppressed blacks who were not of means. That's a fact. And if it was so bad, how is it the first female black millionaire in the South in the 1920s? Not to mention the doctors, the lawyers, the scientists, the inventors, street lights, the coupling for trains, the storing of blood, peanut butter. You don't hear about this from even the minor house nigger plants like Monique and Cat. Because if they share that with you, if they share the realities that America is not this truly racist country, it's just a faction, and what they've done, they got that house-nigger-plant, the Reverend Martin Luther King, on one side and them on the other, and they're playing the rest of you monkey in the middle. And that's exactly what Cat Williams and Monique are doing with their feuds with the head house nigger, with the head house nigger plant, right? I mean, take it, Will Smith and Chris Rock. What that was kind of a minor house nigger trying to get some attentions from the masters of the house on a head house nigger's night when he's supposed to get a pat on the head and an award for the masters of the house. Because it was about Will Smith's wife, him being an actor, he is an actor, he's a good one too. Him being an actor should have known the greatest protest he could have made to Chris Rock's material was to lead his woman out, but he didn't do it. Why did he not do it? Because he had to get his pat on the head and his award from the masters of the house. Now, Chris Rock's move was a bitch move, and sometimes a bitch move requires a bitch corrective response. But Chris Rock's move, if they were such good friends, why would you do that? Unless you're trying to impress the masters of the house to get a better position in the house yourself. Because after all, who makes more revenue for the masters of the house? The head house nigga Will Smith or the somewhat medium house nigga Chris Rock? And it's the same with Cat Williams and Monique, Oprah Winfrey's, right? Gay ass Tyler Perry, and a special motherfuck you to Will Smith and Chris Rock. You're all houseplant niggas. Why don't you tell American and everyone about the successes, the things that black Americans have done to make this the greatest country in the world? You won't do that, because if you do that, you won't be where you are. And most of the people are too stupid and lazy of mind to get the information for themselves when it's available. Just like that. Absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I got more. Let me know what you think. Because that's all it is. Playing everyone else monkey in the middle. And that's what hell, Chris Rock and Will Smith, monkey in the middle. Playing everybody else monkey in the middle. Monique, Oprah, playing everybody else monkey in the middle. Cat Williams and whoever playing monkey in the middle. He's got on somebody I wanted to say about that, and I'll get to that eventually when I remember. But don't fall for it. It's a bunch of lies. And they get making millions off of the lie to you. You're paying them a whole bunch of money to lie to you and mislead you. It's like Obi-Wan said, who's the more foolish, the fool or the fool who follows the fool? At least a fool's being in his natural nature, but if you're not smart enough to know that he's a fool, you're dumber. That was the point.